that little chunk right there is definitely gold. Might as well turn it on, make sure everything's right. Get that one pretty easily. Once I get that one's not going to be hard. That one's not going to take very long, so I'll try to give you an elapsed time. I gotta plug this one in now. Alright. And I need to make sure that I didn't do any damage to my cord. Wrong one. Yeah, you can definitely feel the heat coming off of that thing. Well, cord is fine, so we're going to plug her in and go. And go to town. Man, that thing stinks. So as I said, that one takes about an hour to get up the temperature. This one, more like 15, maybe 20 minutes. It is 12:11, so we'll see. Alright, I'm back. So, elapsed time, we started at 12:11. It is now 12:35, and we are at 1960 right now, and I can start smelling it. I think it's about there. So, I'm going to open this sucker up. I can get some air to it, and then I'll bring y'all over to show you what it looks like in there. Woo! It gets hot. I don't know if you can see the fumes coming out, but here's my tweezers. That's what I want, my tweezers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just dropped it down to 1800 degrees by doing that. But I'm going to show y'all what it looks like on the inside. Let's try to anyway. Woo! God, that's hot. I don't know if you can see that bubbling off of there, but it is working. The fumes are coming off, it is bubbling, and those Coupels are sucking up that material. So, I will try to keep, ow, God, that's hot. I'm going to push y'all back up here. I'm going to go shut the door on that so I don't burn myself and drop my camera. I'm going to let it get back up to temperature. And that dropped it down to 1600, but it's going quick. 1630, 1645, 1660. It won't take long to get back up to temperature. But when it gets to 2000, my plan is to try to give y'all a time to lapse exactly how long it takes. I know the little 12 gram one's going to be done way before. So I'll try to show you all that, and we started at 12:11, so I'll try to give you a time, and then when I get those Coupels cooled down, I'm going to try to show you the weight and what the actual Coupel absorbed of other material. I don't know how much of it goes off in the atmosphere here, because you can actually see it rolling off. There's another video out there that when the oxygen hits it, it like rolls off into like steam and just kind of dissipates. But there's a lot of that material that gets absorbed into that Coupel. So hopefully my big Coupel will absorb all that material from the big batch, 34 grammer, and the bismuth, and I won't have to stop and start again. So our recommendation is absolutely get the bigger Coupels if you're going to be doing anything more than like a gram. I mean, these little guys will work. You can get a button out of them, but I don't know. I like the big stuff. I got a big pile of gold. I got a big pile of gold filled. I got big piles of silver. I haven't tried to refine any silver. The bars I melt are really just 925, and they're ugly as they can be, but it's better than having that foil. Basically what I do is I'll get that weighted silver, and it's cheap, man. I mean, it's cheap for me anyway. I can't say it's cheap anywhere else, but it's cheap for me. So I get a lot of it. It'll either sell at one of my sales or it won't. If it don't, I'll buy it for pennies on the dollar. But you don't really get that much out of them. So I'm melting 925 silver bars. And I don't think it's really worth my time trying to refine it to get 999 silver. Silver. I like silver, but it's just silver. I like gold a lot more. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to let this sucker work off, and then I will tell y'all and show y'all the end results as soon as I get them. So I just wanted to give you a quick update. Elapsed time is 12:49, so roughly 40 minutes, 38 minutes to be exact. I just headed up the temp. I opened it again. I'm going to try to show y'all this because I have a feeling on that bigger Coupel that I'm going to have to take that one out, let the material cool, and then actually convert it to another Coupel. Simply because it looks like it's going to get full, and I don't want it to run through like that last one did and burn a hole in my fire block. Let's see if I can open this. So you see, it's really hard to see. I don't know if you can see that line on that Coupel at the bottom, but that is a Coupel absorbing all the material, and it is going down rather quickly. So that tells me that there still looks like oh god, that's hot, a bunch of material in there. Let me see if I can put y'all down and manage to do this without burning myself. There's a bunch of material in there, and basically if I don't want it to run over and start eating inside my kiln, I'm gonna have to get a new Coupel. That's the risk you take. I haven't found the exact science of exactly how much a Coupel can hold, and you know, the weight, and I'm not really sure. So whenever I decide to transfer it, I'm gonna keep keeping an eye on it, just peek here and there. And when it gets close to the bottom and it looks like it's full, then I'm probably gonna have to turn it off or just remove that one. I don't know how I'm going to transfer the material from one Coupel to another. That's going to be weird. I haven't done that before. Anyhow, I'll check back in with you in a minute. Alright, it's time. The last time is 1 o'clock on the money. So it is really close to the bottom of this thing. I gotta get the lid on. Can't lose it. Safety first. Safety first. Safety first. Yep. See, it actually started sucking into that brick. There we go. This actually right. Get off there. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I just spilled my material Rolling around. Alright, I'm going to turn this off for now. I got to heat it back up. I'll heat it back up. I can tell you, these little tongs are hot. Let's see. Can y'all see that there? Let's see what we got. Yeah, they are glowing. Let's bring you to it. But you can see that one. No, you really can't see it now. I'll try to show you in a few. Those little beads down there is what rolled out of that one. And I have a little bead, something right there. That might just be bismuth. That might be bismuth. I might have had absolutely nothing left in that pile of junk. They are hot. Hot, hot, hot. I can tell you. What do I want to use? Let's use this graphite rod here. God, that is one ugly freaking pile. Well, I'm going to have to just cool them down and break them out. That was one of them little balls. There's another little ball. Good to know that the cast iron held it pretty easy though. God, that's hot. Oh, there's definitely gold in there. Ouch! Ow! Hot. Very, very hot. Oh yeah. Gotta love a good cast iron pan, I tell you. Didn't even leave burn marks in my table like the other ones did. Alright, let's see if I can take these out here and cool them off some. Now you can see the line, how much that Cupella's absorbed versus that one that didn't have very much, but it was getting close to the bottom, which once it gets that far it'll just keep leaking out. So I'm definitely going to have to refine that again. I probably, in hindsight, should have chopped off the bottom of that chunk and just done the little piece on top. So for gold filled from now on, that's what I would suggest that you do, especially if you're dealing with that much of it. Because all you're doing is having to cook that stuff off. And you might have a little bit of gold in there, but probably not enough to worry about. Most of the gold's going to sit on the top from what I've seen in past melts. I don't know. Let's see what we got. I'm going to take a little water. Cool. It takes them a while to cool down. They're pretty porous, so it sucks that water in and gets to that core. Man. It's like a little volcano, man. Alright, I'm going to let those cool. Alright, I'm back. So they're cooled down. That one is just one big pile of crap. That was the 34 grams of gold filled. That was the miscellaneous gold, silver, and mush. And I kind of polished a couple of these little beads here. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be more silver than anything. This little piece right there does have some gold in it. It's hard to see. And I don't have one of them analyzers to scan everything and tell you. But I'm definitely going to have to do this pile again. So you can see the clean, it started to come through right there. I pulled it right about the right amount of time. What I can do real quick is show you the weight. We started with a Coupel weight of 165 grams. Call her back. 165 grams was the start weight. Oh, let me get a new one. I guess I don't need to. 165 grams was the start weight. If I get all this out of there. There's a little bit of, see, that is definitely a chunk of gold right there. Well, I'm going to try to scrape it so I can show y'all. This is kind of like the little balls that I was talking about. I don't know how well you're going to be able to pick it up on the video, honestly. But that little chunk right there is definitely gold. So that's pretty much what was in here. The little teeny balls of this and that, stuff that was in the slag, leftover parts, and pieces from other melts. So I guess I'll take this piece out, throw it in there, or put it with another bigger piece of gold and try to refine it that way. I'm not sure, but you definitely want to keep an eye out when Coupel and not leave that material behind. I mean, I don't want to leave it behind. Doesn't take very much gold to add up. Alright, so let's see the weight on this thing. We started with 165 grams. Great, it says overload, so well, I'll have to go inside and get my bigger scale. Alright, let's see if I can break this chunk of crap out of here. It is always easier said than done. Feels like junk. There it is. See a lot of copper in there. Started with 34 grams of gold filled plus 40 grams of bismuth. And then I've got .68 grams of junk that I'm going to have to refine further. And I do not have time to do it today, so I will try to do a video very soon, and hopefully my editors can just mend it all together and make it look like I know what I'm doing. So, if you want to see what these capels look like, it's all said and done. That's the clean material, and that's the copper and nickel and bismuth and other junk that's being absorbed and separated, leaving behind the good. So I'm definitely going to have to refine this further. That capel, I just had too much in there, or I started with too much material. It might be better to do the gold filled in smaller batches. I am unsure. And I might take all of this and just throw it in there with it and see what happens. And in theory, only gold and silver is supposed to be left. There's definitely gold in here though. And I can see the little balls sitting on top. It's hard to see because it's not polished, but I don't know if you can see that or not. So, maybe it's not worth doing gold filled at all. We're going to find out. Later.